stop scrolling.
What you're about to hear
Might be the most powerful, emotional, and unforgettable story of your entire life. A story so strange, so haunting, and so heroic that once you reach the end, you'll never look at history the same way again. Because this isn't just a war story. It's a legend, buried under smoke, silence, and fear. This is the tale of the Black Navy sailor whose spirit returned to defend Pearl Harbor. Before the flames, before the chaos, before the sky turned red, there was Elias Carter, 25 years old. Tall, calm, quietly confident. The kind of sailor who never raised his voice, but every man around him listened. He grew up in Charleston, South Carolina, in a tiny wooden house near the docks. His father was a fisherman, his mother a church singer. He spent his childhood staring at ships disappearing into the horizon, whispering to himself, "One day, that'll be me out there." Elias wasn't just strong, he was loyal. When he joined the Navy, he told his commanding officer, "Sir, I don't serve for glory. I serve because someone has to protect the people who can't protect themselves." He was respected, loved, but not remembered. Not by the history books. Not yet. December 7th, 1941, 7:48 a.m. A quiet Sunday morning. Sailors were laughing, eating breakfast, cleaning the deck. And Elias was writing in his small leather notebook. His final line read, "Something feels wrong today." Seconds later, the sky roared. A dark cloud of Japanese warplanes tore across the horizon like metal wolves. Bombs began to fall before most men even understood what was happening. The ground shook. The ocean erupted. Battleships turned into fire. Men screamed, shouted, ran for cover. And through the smoke stood Elias. Not frozen, not panicking, focused. He sprinted toward the anti-aircraft batteries, dodging explosions, helping 2 injured sailors to safety along the way. When a bomb blast sent 3 of his crewmates flying, Elias didn't hesitate. He grabbed the heavy gun controls and growled, "Not while I'm still breathing." For the next 8 minutes, he fired relentlessly into the sky, knocking down 2 incoming planes and scattering others. Witnesses later said, it was like he had one mind on earth, and one mind already in heaven. Then came the explosion. A direct hit. Blinding light. Everything went silent. Elias Carter was gone. Or so everyone thought. Pearl Harbor burned for hours. Bodies pulled from the water. Names listed. Flags lowered. But something strange happened the night after Elias's death. 3 sailors on watch duty reported hearing footsteps on the metal deck slow, heavy, familiar. They thought it was just exhaustion, until they saw the shadow. A man's silhouette. Same height, same walk, same posture as Elias Carter. But when they called out his name, the shadow simply faded. At first, they kept it quiet. War trauma, stress, imagination, easy explanations.
But the next night, an officer on patrol heard someone whisper, "Reload the port battery. They're coming back." He spun around. Nobody was there. Yet the voice, he recognized it. Elias. By the 3rd night, even the skeptics were scared. Strange breezes moved through sealed compartments. Tools fell without explanation. The sound of a gun being cocked echoed through empty hallways. One sailor swore. He heard, "Steady, boys. I'm not done yet." Rumors spread like wildfire. Some sailors prayed. Others refused to enter certain parts of the ship alone. But one thing was consistent. Every unexplained sound, every chill in the air, every whispered warning felt protective, not dangerous. Then came the night that changed everything. A Japanese reconnaissance plane approached the harbor, silent, unseen. The alarms didn't go off. The spotters didn't notice it. But suddenly, the old anti-aircraft gun on the starboard side began to rotate by itself. The watchmen froze. They saw the gun lock onto the sky, track something they couldn't see, and fire one single shot. Boom. Moments later, a flaming plane crashed into the water. The harbor commander wrote in his diary, "No one was manning that gun. No one living." Anyway, over the next week, stories multiplied. A sailor pushed out of the way seconds before a falling steel beam crashed down. A malfunctioning engine that suddenly restarted on its own. A burning fuse that mysteriously went out at the last second. Every time someone survived, they said the same thing. "I felt a hand pull me. I heard someone shout duck. I swear, someone guided me." His name spread quietly through the base. The Black Navy Ghost, the guardian of Pearl Harbor, Carter's spirit. And no matter who told the story, no one sounded afraid. They sounded grateful. Weeks later, during a stormy night patrol, a young sailor named Mitchell slipped off the wet deck. He would have fallen straight into the raging ocean, but something grabbed his jacket and pulled him back. He turned around. No one was there, but on the ground next to him was a leather notebook. Elias's notebook. Dry, not damaged, as if someone had been carrying it all this time. Inside was a single new sentence written across the last page. "A good sailor never abandons his ship." Handwriting that matched Elias's exactly. Mitchell burst into tears. He wasn't the only one. The notebook was placed inside a sealed box and quietly archived. Never officially acknowledged, but never denied, because everyone on that base knew Elias Carter never stopped serving, not even after death. History remembers Pearl Harbor for its tragedy, for the lives lost, for the destruction. But hidden between those pages is the story of one man, a man whose loyalty outlived his heartbeat. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there were too many witnesses, too many signs, too many miracles for this to be a coincidence. Elias Carter may not appear in textbooks, but he lives in every whispered story, every sailor's tale, every cold breeze felt on a quiet night at Pearl Harbor. Because heroes don't always need medals. Sometimes all they need is a promise. And Elias Carter kept his promise.